comfortable with the field. They've had at-bats recently off live pitchers.
And Mitchell goes down swinging. Well, Taylor Tinsley says we'll take care of that, and in quick fashion, no score.
That's not going to happen again.
They both immediately went to her, getting a hold of it. Woolery gives it a ride, and just like that, UCLA on the board and the 20th homer for Woolery this season. Growing up in Steph Curry territory, and here is Grant also. Takes it all the way to the wall. She has extra paces, and so Woolery and Grant in their first at-bats of the Big Ten Tournament, not disappointing in the offseason, but always comes up with some phrases that is very relatable. And Ramirez swings at the first pitch, and Grant will hold tight at third base, so a first and third situation here for UCLA.
They've done it consecutively.
A bouncing ball off the glove of Indiana. That'll allow Grant to score the third run and safe at second base. And so Slim getting that extra base. And Ramirez advances all the way over to third, and still just one out here for the Bruins. Wilkinson, it was a hit and run, and the throw is on the money. UCLA was not fooled at all. And Ramirez, they call her Lefty, and Lefty was right on the mark.
There is nothing better than a strike him out, throw him out, to get yourselves riled up to go back to the batting order.
Reset button, and not the way you wanted to end the regular season, but now the postseason is in front of you. How has your team able to hit the reset going into the Big Ten Tournament?
Doing exactly that. You've got to be able to wipe the slate clean. We had a great journey. I'm proud of this team. They played a true 56. We played hard. We had a lot of midweeks. They did a lot of great things, but we learned a lot about ourselves. So with that, we take the good, we take the lessons learned, and it's a whole new season now. So we just kind of get back to playing the game one pitch at a time.
Your team came out and threw a huge first punch. What do you like from your lineup and just the power that it can deliver at any point?
I love exactly that, right? Their ability to play together. Like Savvy did a great job at being able to pick up Jess and find a way to get on base. And, Jordan and Megan have just been a huge part of the success of our lineup. But it's those people who get on base that make those, that home run instead of a solo, a two-run bomb. But in general, they're here to play together. They're here to be able to have some, create some memories, have some fun. But, it's the game. We're just trying to play, we're trying to win every inning. That's our goal.
All right. Thank you for the time. Always
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. Driven ball to right field through the infield. Hatch rounding third and scoring UCLA's fourth run of the game to give them a two-run edge. And an RBI for Pola. She continues to thrive at the plate today. The count goes full, and Clemens drills one. It drops in. She's thinking about taking two. She'll retreat back to first base, and it's a two-out single.
In her sense.
And there goes Copeland, diving head first. She's off the bag. The throw is on the money. Hey, lefty Alexis Ramirez does it again for UCLA to get them out of the inning.
And now even in these moments.
And Woolery drives one to left to the wall, off the wall. And great job by the Indiana outfielders to keep her at first base.
That might be one of the longest singles I have ever seen, as this one only comes a few inches from being a home run, ricocheting against the wall.
And look at how close this one was to being a game winner.
And you have to remember, this Indiana team played Purdue.
Grant drives one to right field. And Pinedo's going to take third base. So head first dive. She goes from first to third, and runners at the corners.
This is such a good piece of hitting. Doesn't try to do too much. Hits a ball that's low in the zone so hard that it rips through the infield. That's when you know if you're going to roll over, you have to roll over with intent. And what a great job by Pinedo. Now 60 feet away from what would walk this game off.
And how about Alexis Ramirez right now at the plate? We got another pinch.
Trying to do too much.
A high chopper. Copeland the first Bruins walk-off of the season comes in the debut game of the Big Ten Tournament for the program. A 5-4 final. The number 2 seed is still in live, but it took all of 7 innings to get it done against this Indiana Hoosier team as the number 10 seed. So it'll be 2 versus 3. In a day of upsets on the first round, we have the top 2 seeds advancing in our first 2 games. We'll have to see what happens in our evening session between Oregon and Michigan, and Ohio State and the Cinderella team, Purdue, now the only double-digit seed left here in the Big Ten Tournament.
For the Bruins lineup, it was spread across the board in terms of hitters that came in impacted, but you have to go back to what Jordan Woolery did early on, having the huge home run that led to an early lead, a 2 RBI game, as she has now had a 70-plus RBI season.
All right, so let's welcome in the freshman Riley Slimp, who is at the plate and part of that walk-off winner. And Riley, just take us through how you calmed yourself down in that last at-bat at that moment.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a high-pressure moment, and I just wanted to come through for my team. But I think, yeah, just sticking through my process. You know, I saw her in the first inning, so I kind of knew what she was going to give me. And, yeah, I think just looking for a good pitch. I wasn't really trying to do too much. Yeah, obviously, whatever it takes, it worked. So, thank you.
You have a lot of focus right now with the bats you're juggling.
Yeah.
The one thing about this lineup is you guys can produce 1 through 9. Talking about the offensive power and confidence you have, knowing that at any point, anyone in your lineup can get it done.
Right, yeah. No, I think it's really helpful to know as a hitter that, you know, any one of my teammates can have my back, like 1 through 9, like you said. So I think, yeah, it gives me a lot of confidence up at the plate, knowing that if I don't come through, like, the girl behind me will. So.
And Riley, you know, your coach had talked about hitting the reset button for this team after ending the regular season the way that you did. How were you guys able to do that into today?
Yeah, I think just slowing everything down, just playing how we know how to play. Yeah, sticking to what we know how to do as a team, and really just focusing on not worrying about the opponent or who we're playing. Just, yeah, coming together and, you know, making sure our energy is good in the dugout. So, yeah, I think that's really all we were trying to do.
Okay, Riley. Well, we'll let you go. And congratulations. We'll see you in the semis tomorrow.
Thank you.
Now, Riley Slimp singled credited for the game-winning hit and RBI. And UCLA punches its ticket into the semis.